Welcome back everyone. This video is all about to create a data entry form in MS Excel. So this is a data entry form that we will create in this video. We have fields for name, age, contact, gender, hire date and address. And on the right side of these input fields we have a cross and tick mark. If there was something in this input field, so it will display tick mark. Like for example, let's enter name, so it will display as now tick mark. If there was nothing, so it will display as cross sign. And whenever we press clear button, it will clear the input fields. If whenever we press save button, so it will record the data inside this database. So let's record first of all. Insert a new record. Okay, age, contact, like this is the contact, male, and hire date 2224, and address Main Street, for example, whatever is the address. Okay, so now let's press the save button. So after pressing the save button, let's go there. So we have the new record and we have inserted the new record. So it is how we can do it. We can use this data entry form in MS Excel, and we will create it just in a few minutes, and everyone can do this. Just a few minutes. Give me a watch video until the end, so you will learn how to create this data entry form. So let's get started. So I have created a new sheet. In that new sheet, I have inserted name, age, contact, gender, hire date, and address in these rows. Okay, I left one row between them, and we have inserted the column also. So now let's design it. So for the designing of it, let's first of all just select all of them. So after selecting them, let's select these also. Let's increase first of all the size and then bold them. So now let's just increase the size and decrease the size of this row and bring this text to center. Let's bring it to the center. And after that, let's merge these two fields. These two also, these two also, these two, and these two. Merge them. So after merging them, so now let's just add border to them. All border. After adding the border, now let's, what else we should do? Let's create, just write, we'll just merge these also, and here we will write form, and let's design it. Just increase the size of this one, bring the text to the center, make it like this, add a background, blue background, text color like white or yellow, change the text Arial black, decrease the size of this one. Now let's write here, we will now just write our conditional formatting. Okay, for these cells, if there was nothing in this field, we will display cross sign, otherwise we will display tick mark. So equal to F, select this cell. If this was equal to with empty, so then we will display O, capital O, else we will display capital P. I will show you why I have written this. Close it and press enter. So now let's bring it first of all to the center, and then let's now change the font for this cell. So to change the font for this one, let's write here Webdings. Just come here down, and we will select Webdings 2. And Webdings 2, whenever we write capital O, so it will change to X. Whenever we write P, capital P, so it will change to tick mark. And let's just increase the size of this, bold it, increase the size like this. Let's now copy it, Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. So let's remove it from the gender, and we will just merge these two for the gender like this. Let's add all border. And for the gender, and we will change the text color of these fields also. Okay, so to change the text for color for this, so let's come here to the conditional formatting, new rule, use formula to determine equal to if this cell was equal to with the O, capital O. So let's make it just, it is not absolute, sorry. This is F4 cell with us, F4 equal to with capital O. So let's format it. So we will change just the font color to read. Press OK. Press OK. We will add another conditional formatting, that is, let's add it, new rule, and use a formula equal to F4 was equal to with capital P. If it was equal to with capital P, so then we will format it as green color green. Okay. So now let's copy it, Control C. We will paste it here, and paste it here, and paste it here. So now let's change, for example, write something here. See, the color has been changed automatically to green and tick mark. So after doing all this, so let's add border color to these cells also. All border. And now let's add the gender buttons. So for that, move to the developer tab. If the developer tab is not available, so right click on the ribbon and customize the ribbon, and just check the developer tab and press OK. Now come here to the insert. In the insert, let's check this check mark option. Okay, so let's draw it here in the gender, and let's remove this text. So after removing the text, let's move it. Decrease the size of this. Let's move it here. Let's write here male. Let's copy this, Control C, Control V, and we will bring it here. Let's write here female. This is our gender. Okay, let's select it, or select this one. So now let's print this data in these cells. So equal to this, the data of this cell will be equal to with this cell. Yeah, sorry, this one. Press enter, and equal to with this cell, enter, equal to with this one, contact, press enter. And here now to print the value of gender, so for that, let's first of all write in this cell equal to first of all we will just link. Okay, sorry, let's right click on this button. So then come here, format control, and come here to the cell link. Okay, in the cell link we will just link this cell with that and press OK. So after linking the cell right now, that is 2. If we change it to male, so that will be 1. So now let's write here equal to if this, okay, if this data was equal to with 1, so then we will print male, else we will print female. Close it and press enter. And this cell is equal to with this one, and this cell is equal to with this one. Press enter. So after printing the data, now what we should do, let's first of all remove, come here to the view and uncheck this grid line. So it will looks like this. Now we will add two buttons here, okay, for clear and save. So to add two buttons, come here to the insert. We will just come here to the shapes. Yeah, in the insert, come here to the shapes. In the shapes, let's take this one, and we will just draw the first one. And here inside this, I will write save or submit. Let's change the color, the style of this one to this one, okay. And also come here to the home, bring the text to the center, bold it, and let's just copy this, paste it, let's bring it here. So let's change the shape format to this one and change the text color to black. This one is for clear. So now let's create a new sheet and we will name it, let's rename this sheet employee database. Save it and let's copy this header. Let's copy this area, okay, because we would like to have something like this. And let's paste it here somewhere, like here. So after printing that, now whenever we press, let's hide this one. So whenever we press this submit button, we should just insert that record to this database. So to do it, for that, let's first of all record a macro. So to record a macro, just come here again to the developer and press this record macro, or come here to the view and come here to the macros and record macro. So let's name it, for example, AMP data, employee data. Press OK. So after recording the macro, now let's just copy this data, select this data. After selecting this data, let's copy it. So after copying it, let's move to the employee database. After coming to the employee database, let's paste it here. Control V. So let's paste it as value. So after pasting that, now let's insert a new record. Okay, let's press insert. So let's change this to no pill. Select this, unbold them. So now the new record will be inserted here. So just come here back to the employee form, select all these fields, press delete button and press the first one. And now let's save the record, the macro. Come here to the developer and stop macro. So after stopping the macro, let's insert a record. Okay, let's insert a name, age, gender male, and hire date 24. And here in the address, this is the address. So now let's assign that macro to this submit button. Right click, assign macro, employee data, this one, check that and press OK. Now let's press this, okay, press the submit button. So the record has been inserted. Let's move to the employee database. See, we have this new record. Now let's insert another record. Let's change this to female, 23. Now let's press submit button. See it, let's employee database. We have new record here again. And to hide this, and let's move it to the right side. So it will be hide it. Let's hide this one. Now let's move to the clear button. Okay, so whenever we have the data and we press that, so we should be able to clear the data. So for that, let's record another macro, start macro. Let's name it clear. Press OK. Select all these fields. This one, control this one, this one, this one, and this one, and press delete button and press the first one and stop macro. Now let's assign macro to this clear one. Right click, assign macro, clear. Press OK. So let's write something. Let's press this clear button. See, the data has been cleared. So it's how we can do. We can insert the records in the database. Okay, in MS Excel, we will create, first of all, we have created a form, then we have inserted record inside this data table. So I hope you learned something from this video. If you like this video, so don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.